Hey guys, it's Jeanette. Happy Saturday. I hope you guys are doing well. I just finished studying for about 4 hours. I'm preparing to take my health assessment final exam this coming week. I'm shooting for an A, so now that I have studying out the way, I figured I can go ahead and make this video for you guys. It's about the frequently asked questions that pre-nursing students have. So my school just had their open house and I volunteered to speak on behalf of the nursing department, and I spoke to mostly high school students, but there were also older students that just had some general questions about how to get into the nursing program, what the nursing program is all about, etc. So I tried to do my best to remember the questions that you guys had and the questions that the students asked, and hopefully I answer and this is beneficial to you. If I don't cover any questions that you may have, feel free to tweet me, leave it in the comments below, and I'll do another one of these and help answer your questions. So these are in no particular order. I just jotted them down as I remembered. And so this video may be a little lengthy, just sorry. Hopefully I don't talk and ramble on, but I just want to be as thorough as possible, and hopefully this just helps you out. Okay, so let's just start. So one is, what can you do to be organized before nursing school? So I'll take this in stages. I mean, let's just start from being organized when you are applying. Like, print out all your applications, find out what you need to do, find out what you need to register for, contact any of the colleges that you attended to get those transcripts to the application, the schools you want to get into, have all your paperwork, make copies of it just in case someone's missing something, and if you go in person and they're missing something, you just have it right there. Let's see, if you're accepted or when you're accepted, what can you do to be organized to start? Just make sure you first organize your life. That's what I did. I did a good spring cleaning of my house. I spent time with my family. I explained to them that I'm going to go to nursing school and it'll be time demanding. So I did that, and I just felt better as a part of a family, and they just knew what I was going for. I went ahead and downloaded all of the syllabus that were available for the classes that I was registered for. I went and bought all of my books early on, and actually tabbed each chapter just because it'll be easier just to turn to tab number 5 if we're reviewing chapter 5. I bought planners, I bought calendars. Let's see. I guess I just took an assessment of my life and figured out what I'm going to need to drop or do less of in order to make time for nursing school. So from the books to the syllabus to the planners to even researching better study techniques or note-taking techniques, that really helped me because I came up with a study and note-taking plan that I wanted to try in nursing school. And of course, as you're in the semester, you will go ahead and make the changes and kind of drop this and add this. And then you'll just, come with a study and note-taking plan that will work for you. So hopefully that answers that question. 2, how hard is it to get into the program? So every program is different. Everyone has their own GPA requirements, their own entrance exam requirements, even the prereqs requirements. So it could be hard, especially for those that maybe not have all their prereqs done. Some programs need all of them done, some don't, some integrated into the program. So it just really depends on the program you're interested in attending. I want to say, try to shoot for having a 3.0 GPA, and you'll be, in a good standing, I should say. Again, I can't talk on behalf of every single program, but I do know some people came into my program with a 4.0 and some came in with a 2.5. So that's pretty wide. So, and I think they look at every application differently. Maybe someone has all the prereqs done and someone is already an LVN, so it just really depends on everything. It is very competitive, especially if you live in a small town or something like that. I can see how programs can have a 2-year waiting list. So what you can do, shoot for good grades. Make sure you don't have any C's or D's or F's. Actually, I did have a C, so whatever. But just try to keep your grade point average up. Make sure you study for your entrance exams. Try to get really good numbers. You'll stand out that way. And again, each program is different, so some may feel like it was easy for them to get in, and some may feel like I worked my butt off to get into this program. So just shoot, you know, for the stars. Do good. Try to be better, and just work on that, and I'm sure it'll improve your chances of getting in. Let's see, prereqs. Okay, like I just mentioned, some prereqs are required before you start the program. Let's say for like an English and then maybe one of the A&Ps. Again, this is different for every single program, so just download their application and requirements, and you'll go from there and register for any of the classes that you need before you can be accepted into the nursing program. Some may need all of them, so you may need A&P 1 and 2, English 1 and 2, microbiology, let's see, math. So it just depends. Some programs, they do integrate it into the nursing curriculum, but I will say this, it's a lot easier for you to handle nursing school if you're just taking nursing school classes versus taking some of your general like English 1 and 2 on top of nursing school. So if you can get the nursing prereqs out of the way, do that. You'll enjoy being in nursing school and solely studying nursing classes a lot better. For my program, I had no idea that I could take dosage calculations before I officially was in nursing school, and also health assessment. So check your program to see if you can take those two, which are nursing classes. So just checking with your program, see what you can do. Try to get as many classes out of the way just so you have a less course load per semester, and I'm sure, I mean, your stress would be a lot better than those that are managing, you know, taking an English 1, taking microbiology, then taking foundations and health assessment and dosage. So yeah, try to finish as many prereqs as possible. How to get past A&P. So some people that I spoke to were having issues with A&P. A&P is kind of the foundations of you learning what the body is composed of and how the body works. So it's very important for you to spend that time, try to find a way to learn the content that will best suit you. So A&P 1 for me was mostly memorization. I bought, oh, I can't show you now, but it literally is like maybe like a 12-inch skeleton, and that's how I learned it. I looked at every single bone, I pointed it with the pen, and I just learned it from that. Flashcards were a huge help for me in A&P 1. So that's memorization. Take the time, memorize it. There's just no real way around it. You have to learn the bones and where they are, the muscles, etc. A&P 2 is a little difficult, and that's the class I got a C in. And I was going through something, and it was a 5-week summer course that I took right after 5-week micro. So I got an A in micro. And that next day, the second 5-week started, and that's when I was taking A&P 2. So mentally, I was just like drained, and I got a C, and it was just a lot more difficult understanding the physiology part of the body and how the systems work. I will say now that when you're in nursing school, especially the first semester, you will review that. You will, I guess because you're learning so much about the body, that you will understand how different systems are intertwined and, you know, what affects what, etc. So A&P is tough, but you have to kind of like do your best to learn it and find a system that works for you. If you don't have the desire or the motivation or dedication to move past it and do well in A&P, that's going to be hard, because the way that you study and the dedication to get those things right and do your best really is what's driving you in nursing school. So I can't imagine someone who's just like so blah about A&Ps and, you know, is like so gung-ho about nursing classes. Like, you know, how you did and how you prepare for A&P will show you how you will be in nursing school. It's you know, you have to dedicate yourself to read and to learn and to practice. So ANP is a good, you know, indicator of how you're going to do as a nursing student who's learning about the body health. So yeah, that's that. I'm going real slow. Let's see. Do you have to have a strong stomach to get into nursing school, or just to be a nurse? So let's see. In a sense, yes. I mean, you can't look at something you just want to throw up, because that won't help your patient. But I feel like if you have the heart to be a nurse, if you have the desire to help people, again, when you are a nurse and you're helping those, you're probably helping these people who are having the worst days, weeks, months, years of their health, of their life. So you have to be able to look past that. Whatever, if you're squeamish, I mean, it just depends. Again, the job occupations that you can hold after getting your RN license may require you to be around, you know, really squeamish things, and maybe you can find an administrative position that you can work with your RN license. So just research job opportunities, see what you like, etc. But you will have to deal with each of the clinicals that you go through the entire program. So you kind of can't just fly under the radar and avoid all squeamish things. I do believe that you can work past it. And again, especially if you keep in mind that you are the nurse and you are there to help others get better. So I personally told the person that I spoke to was to start volunteering in a hospital or anywhere that you'll have patient interaction, and just see if you can, if you're motivated to help, or you're just like, I don't want to go, and that will help you decide whether a job in health care is right for you or not. I got a question between the difference between a CNA, LVN, LPN, and RN. Okay, this may be a whole separate video, and also have the difference between an AD and a BSN. If you have these questions, look forward to a future video. I will say this, they all have different level of education. They all have different level of degrees, and then they all have different level of scopes. So they're different. And I would just say, if you need to know the answer now, just go ahead and Google research. LVN school, you can get an LVN license. You can go through the program for a year and then get your license, and that's also known as an LPN. This is just me going off the top of my head. A CNA, you can get your CNA license, the program and the license, in a matter of a month, if that. Or you can extend it to 3 or 6 months, just really depends. RN school, there's two ways about it, well, two main ways about it now, is the 2-year program, an ADN, or a 4-year BSN. And you also have, let's see, accelerated BSN. And you can get it, in 3 years versus 4 years. But anyway, so it gets a little confusing. If you need to know right away, go ahead and Google. Go ahead and call the programs that you are interested in getting into, and just find that out. Obviously, like anything, there is cost differences on how to obtain the education and the licensing. So just take a look at that. And like I said, I'll try to do a video with more details on each of them. Let's see, what can you do in high school to get a leg up? So I've actually had some friends complete a CNA program while they were in high school. I think I've had some of them also do an EMT program, I'm not too sure. For me, I would try to get my CNA license. I would try to volunteer at a hospital. I would try to do my best to get good letter of recommendations if your program does need them, from people that have worked in the healthcare field and have, they see something in you that they would recommend you for a nursing program. And just do good in grades, find scholarships. Let's see, I think that's it. Let's see. What makes you look better when you apply? So again, every program is different. Some like the fact that some students are, in district, out district. Some like that they have a previous degree, or the amount of credits that they have. Some people like the fact that the student has taken other classes in the institution before the nursing program. Some like male applicants, and so especially, I mean, like, you know, there are less male nurses and male nursing students out there. They'll look at your entrance exam scores, so that's huge. They look at your GPA. So again, it's different for every program, and I hate saying that, but it really is. Let's see, cost of the program. So again, different for every institution, different for every state. You know, whether you live in district, you know, not in district. I've seen some in district community college, maybe $50 per credit hour, and I've seen, you know, universities, I don't know, 150 credits, I mean $150 per credit. So it just really depends. Just search and talk to the financial aid or the bursar's office or the registration office in your program and find out what the cost is. And for the most part, you can go ahead. They usually have this already filled out for you. The expected total cost of the program, expected total cost for the books, any extra supplies, etc. Or you can go ahead and take a look at the curriculum and calculate yourself, depending on your own situation, how much each semester will be. I'm pretty sure you can find programs to, you know, get your RN license less than, you know, $10,000, and then you can pay, you know, for your private university costs, which is way too much. Let's see. What do you wear during orientation and informational meeting? So, for this, I mean, I wore jeans, I think flats or like boots and a blouse. Again, this is just be professional. You are entering a professional field. Again, if most likely this will be your first time meeting some of the instructors, meeting your other peers, your possible peers, and then, you know, meeting like the coordinator of the entire program. So just be professional. You know, go with some, you mean, you can go as dressy as like some slacks and a sweater, jeans and a sweater. I just wouldn't say go with some shorts and a tank top, because I just won't. Let's see. Okay, I recently got this question. Let's see. So obviously, if you're trying to figure things out, what you need to do, how can you apply to programs, you most likely will be talking to an advisor. If you're having problems with a specific advisor you are assigned to, go ahead and talk to someone else. See if you can speak to another advisor. See if you can reach out to one of your closest teachers and just explain to them. I'm pretty sure they will have to do something in terms of getting someone for you to talk to. Look for other counselors that you can go and talk to. So just, you know, you have a voice and use it, and just be open and honest. I think that's just the best way forward. Again, just remember, this is your future, so do what you have to do. And try to talk to previous students that have gone through it. Maybe they have the answer you're looking for, or just a way forward. So just talk and try to find someone that will help you move past whatever you're going through. Let's see. Again, grade point average, we talked about that. You know, try to be 3.0 or above. Again, the programs, the list of requirements to get into the program will list it in there. So just check that. Let's see. Entrance exams, we did talk about it. Some programs don't need any. Some need the TEAS 5, some need the HESI A2, and some may need other things that I don't even know about. So again, the pamphlet of the application requirements should have that in there for you. So, and if not, just go ahead and call that specific nursing department and ask them directly. This is good, especially if you have questions, whether you've taken the exam before, you have to retake it. What exactly do you need to retake? Is it the entire exam or is it a section? You know, deadlines, requirements of days in between test taking. So the nursing department, the secretary, it will be really helpful for you. So I started emailing my secretary and just asking them questions, anything that I could come up with. And she sent me some paperwork sometimes. Sometimes I just called and talked to her. So again, it may sound like you're being annoying, but again, this is my future, and I wanted to do everything that I could in order to get into the nursing program. Let's see, study materials for the entrance exam. Again, I keep saying again a lot. Anyways, so study guides, things that I use, Quizlet. I used testreviewprep.com. I don't know. I used the actual study guides for each exam. I went on the ATI website and I got my ATI TEAS study guide. I went to Amazon and got a HESIA 2 study guide. I went to Half Price Books and found a nursing entrance exam McGraw book that had just a bunch of practice questions. I used my A&P textbook just to you know, brush up on the A&P section. I used some basic math for healthcare or nursing, just to review my fractions and stuff like that. So a lot of it is basic. Anything that you've taken, like the A&P and the biology and the chemistry, those textbooks, those are good review points for those specific sections. But definitely start with these study guides. They are made for a reason, so practice with them. If you can purchase some include practice tests, and I would actually take a weekend and do them like if you were sitting there. And don't cheat, don't look for the answers, just really, it's a good way to assess where you are and what you need to do. Sometimes you can purchase extra practice exams online, so do those as well, and then for the most part, they will tell you which sections you are having troubles with, and that's a good way to indicate and, you know, restudy those sections. I think I'm getting tired. Anyways, okay. Almost done. Sorry, this is so long. How many hours do you study? I am a type A person. I want to know everything. I'm, you know, shooting for the stars here, right? So I don't know if I'm a good person to ask that question. Every day I do like to study. It could be 2 hours after each day and I'll study. So just study to the point where you feel confident with the material that you're going to be tested on. You know, if you're the person that needs 8 hours a week just to study for everything, good. If you need 25 hours a week, then, you know, make it work. Work and go to nursing school. Yes, you can do that. You can work and you can go to nursing school. It just depends on how much time you need to devote to nursing school and how much time you need to actually work to pay your bills, etc. It is possible. I have people in the program that are working 40 hours a week, you know, doing a full semester of nursing school classes and have children, their wives and husbands, etc. So it is possible. It's just time management is key. I mean, whatever you do, time management is just, you have to learn time management. So what you can do before nursing school, learn how to manage your time. If you start working, you know, your regular 40 hours a week and you're slipping, you're barely making that 75% on your exams, you may need to cut back some hours. If you're just getting consistent 90s and you feel like, oh, this is coming, you know, way too easy, go ahead and bump up your work hours. Just, you know, keep in mind that you decided to go to nursing school for a reason. This is a goal. This is your dream. So make that work with what you're doing now. This may mean that you have to lean on some family or your spouse or whoever. Just know that you decided to go to nursing school. Someone else could have been in your position, so just take it seriously. And again, you are learning skills that will save someone's life in the future. And then let's just end with a typical day of a nursing student. I get up, most likely I'm sleep deprived. I wake up really early, I get ready, I make my coffee, I'm running out the house. If you have time to do your makeup and hair, then great. If you're a dude, then just wash your face. Go to class, lecture, there's usually a lab right after. Then you take a break to just unwind and have lunch, and then you either have a study group or you study, wait until, you know, late into the evening, and then you go home, etc. So there's just, you know, lecture and labs and practice and studying. And again, this is different for everyone. Some people don't study after lecture, and some people are always studying together. So I don't know. Well, anyway, so hopefully this was helpful for you guys. Again, if I didn't answer any questions that you may have, feel free to leave in the comments below. or you can tweet me, or you can Instagram me, whichever. Again, I'm sorry that this video was so long. There was just so many questions, but I'm happy to answer them for you. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and share the videos, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.